All right, let's get the sum and difference of or the sum of angles identities quick. So we drew our picture, yeah, and then we labeled. All right, the hypotenuse on the whole thing is 1, and I'm looking for the dark blue plus the light blue to start with. I know this red side, that's an opposite of beta, and the hypotenuse is 1, so that's a sine beta. Yes? Then I'm going to pull that triangle up, set it over here. Now, I want to know about these side lengths, yeah? So I'm going to give them names. I'm going to call them opposite and adjacent. Because I'm lazy, frankly, and I don't want to call them x and y. Okay? All right, so what do I know about the opposite side in this triangle? Yeah, let's see. I don't know anything about the opposite side, but I do know something about the sine of alpha, right? So what I know is that when I look at this thing, I think, okay, sine of alpha is what? That should be the opposite over the hypotenuse, right, which is sine of beta. Okay, so then what? Multiply by sine of beta. Figure out that side is sine of alpha, sine of beta. Those are multiplied together. You guys cool with that? How about the adjacent side there? The same process will give me a label for that one. Cosine alpha, sine beta. Why? What's another way you could think about this? What did I tell you, Connor? Uh-oh, sorry.
I actually did it correctly, I just don't remember.
Yeah, I just didn't mean to put you on the spot. So, remember we were talking about when the hypotenuse was 1,
oh, yeah,
right? We knew that this side was cosine and this side was sine. But then we scaled the whole thing up by
The
sine of beta.
yeah.
You guys see that? So I got cosine of alpha, the usual, times the scaling factor of sine of beta, and sine of alpha, the usual, times sine of beta, the scaling factor. So now I know that this side, right, the dark blue, is cosine alpha sine beta. You guys cool with that? All right, so that's one of my triangles. Let's see. I need another one solved, which is going to be this lower alpha triangle. And I have to figure out one thing before I start that, which is I got to know the hypotenuse. So how long is the hypotenuse on that? That's cosine of beta. You guys see that picture? That's out of the big beta triangle. Okay, so that one's cosine of beta. And now using the same thought process, what's this adjacent side going to be? That's going to be cosine of alpha times cosine of beta. Good. And this vertical bit is going to be sine of alpha times cosine of beta. You guys see that? So that's going to, those are going to go in here. Let's see, where are they in here? Which sides am I labeling? Okay, the blue side should be clear, right? That's sine of alpha cosine of beta.
And then cosine of alpha times cosine of beta is the big one.
Is the orange one, yeah. Cosine alpha cosine beta. Okay, so now I can fill in my identities over here. So sine of alpha plus beta is, how long was the dark blue?
Cosine of alpha times sine of beta.
Good. Cosine alpha sine beta. And those are multiplied together, yeah? And then I'm adding, what was the light blue?
Sine of alpha times cosine of beta.
You guys see that's a little bit funky, right? I was looking for this light blue, but I found this one. Those are the same way,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so I'm going to add, which was this one again?
Sine of alpha times
alpha cosine of beta. And the cosine of alpha plus beta was
Cosine of alpha times cosine of beta
cosine alpha cosine beta.
minus sine of alpha minus
Perfect. Minus sine alpha sine beta. Okay, cool with these? So these are your product. You can either memorize these or somehow else get them in your head. I would recommend that you memorize these. Chasing this diagram around every time you want to calculate the sum of two angles is a major pain in the ass. Cool? Questions, things? So put those in your head. We're going to use those for a couple of things. That's your first trig identity.